The Queen's smile and small nod to Prince Andrew during Prince Philip's memorial service should probably be seen as a deliberate intentional gesture to the world, a body language expert has said. On Tuesday, members of the royal family dignitaries and a 1,800-strong congregation gathered at the Abbey to honour the monarch's husband of 73 years, the Duke of Edinburgh. The occasion marked the first large-scale event the Queen, 95, has attended this year following a series of health issues. In order to give her every chance of attending, the service at Westminster Abbey was limited to 40 minutes instead of an hour. She was also brought in by a side entrance beside Poets' Corner in Westminster Abbey, accompanied by her son Prince Andrew, rather than walking up the nave like the rest of the royals. Prior to the service, the Queen was photographed alongside Andrew being driven from her Windsor estate in a Land Rover. The pair then transferred into the monarch's state limousine at Buckingham Palace before making the final leg of their journey. The Queen then held onto Andrew's elbow with her left hand and clutched a walking stick in her right as they walked towards her seat in the Abbey. Her Majesty's decision to have Andrew accompany her has been widely regarded as a gesture of support for her son. The occasion marked a rare public appearance for the Duke, who was recently stripped of his military titles and royal patronages. The event also marked the first one to be attended by Andrew since he settled in his civil sexual assault case brought by his accuser, Virginia Giuffre. The act to settle, while not an admission of guilt, effectively brought the case to a close. Body language expert Judy James analysed the monarch and her son's appearance at the event exclusively for Express.co.uk. While onlookers were surprised to see the Duke of York play such a central role, James claims the move was made with deliberate significance. She said, the Queen, was clearly fully aware that Andrew would be playing the important and very visible role he did, and that he would even be seen after the service adopting the same hands clasped behind the back pose that his father once took as he stood behind his mother, smiling and laughing with her as she spoke to her hosts and some of the speakers. She pointed out that one particular moment, where the Queen can be seen nodding in thanks at her son for accompanying her to her place, was both deliberate and intentional. She said, "Nothing the Queen has ever done in public has been without deliberate significance, so the moment when Andrew stood to attention with a small bow after escorting her to her place and she replied with a smile and a small nod of thanks should probably be seen as a deliberate intentional gesture to the world." As pointed out by James, the role of escorting the monarch in such a way would once have been her husband Philip '*S. At the end of the event, the Duke of York waited in the aisle to escort his mother to speak with the Dean of Windsor and other members of the clergy. Andrew could be seen standing behind her and smiling along, acting in much the same way as his father would have in such a situation. At the ceremony, the Duke of York also sat in the front row but across the aisle from his mother and two older siblings, Anne and Charles. Andrew sat next to his brother Prince Edward, who was with his wife Sophie and their children, Lady Louise Windsor and James, Viscount 7. Since stepping down from royal duties in 2019, Andrew rarely attends public events. He attended Philip's funeral in April 2021.